He is an internationally acclaimed psychic medium as well as a best-selling author. His latest book, Infinite Quest, hits bookstores today. Please welcome John Edward. Nice to see you. When I hug you, do you get a vibration? Is that... Oh. Well, congratulations on celebrating 25 years as a psychic medium.
Yes, it's a long time.
Yeah, well, I must be honest with you that I am skeptical about psychic mediums, John Edward, Miss Cleo. Like,
I was so excited to be included in the show with Miss Cleo.
Well, you know...
But you know what? It's one of the things that I talk about in the book. I talk about how it's important to remain skeptical because people need to be able to own their own power. And I'm not a big fan, no offense to Miss Cleo or anybody like that, of any 1-900 dial-a-psychic things because I can't imagine that all these gifted people are sitting at home waiting for you to call them. It's not the reality. You know, so I tell people to look at this work and equate it, and I do, as a practice. So you don't just go to 1-900 dial-a-surgeon.
Right.
So don't go to 1-900 dial-a-psychic. You go to people by recommendation.
That absolutely makes sense. So Infinite Quest is your latest book, and you say that we all have this intuitive psychic power within us.
Yes, we all do. We all have intuition. Every single person has intuition. You're a mom. You know your child. You know that energy bond. And I remember saying to my mom, and today's actually the 21st anniversary of her passing. So everything... No. And thank you for saying that. But I celebrate, and I think it's an amazing thing that on the day of her anniversary, this book comes out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't planned. So...
Let me ask you, because as a psychic medium, you have the ability to speak to the dead.
I do. More listen.
Or more listen. Do you speak to your mom a lot?
I do, actually. Right before the show, upstairs, one of our symbols is a white feather. And as I'm standing in your green room, a little white feather slowly started, like, falling down. And I, like, looked, and I just laughed. And I was like, all right, it's going to be a great show. Apparently, she likes Wendy.
Oh! So you're a Long Island boy.
I am a Long Island boy.
And you're a married man, and you've got a couple of kids.
I have an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old that's going to be a 40-year-old.
Are you I know the feeling. Are you constantly getting thoughts that maybe you want to share with your wife about particular things or your children, but then you stop, or you...
No, I don't actually. I'm quite opinionated when it comes to the energy of the kids, and she's an amazing mom, and I pretty much leave that momming stuff to her.
Yes.
But when it comes to, like, I talk about energy with specifically with my son because he's 8 and he gets it, and we talk about the world of energy, and my job is not to make my son psychic, but to make my son intuitively open, meaning that I want to be able to put my voice in his head so that when I'm not around, he makes empowered decisions. And that's the same thing that my mom did when she was in the physical world.
Yes.
She put her voice in my head. Sometimes it was, if you do that, I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
So I use that mentality, and then I add the psychic twist, and I'll say to Justin, it's important to know that we have a team of energy that work with us, and that, they're there to help us and guide us.
Do you ever get, if I do that, I'll die, or if you do that, you'll die?
No, I get it for him, where I say to him, and plus, if you do something wrong as you get older, Daddy will know, so think about it.
Yes. I'm frightened. Do you do, John, do you do police work?
I don't
Helping solve cases?
Here's what I tell. I have my father was a New York City police officer, and he used to always joke around with the subject matter, and he would say, why is it that every time a psychic works with a case, the body's always found by water? The planet's 90% water. Odds are in the psychic's favor, So I always joke and say that I don't feel like I solve anything, but I have been pulled into, and I use it just like that.
Okay.
I've been pulled into cases where I give information. I don't solve anything. It's just like a regular client. I work with a client, mom or dad comes through, your husband or wife comes through, your son comes through. They give information to inspire you, not to tell you what to do. My job is just to be the conduit in the medium.
What is the feeling when you make a connection with a client, with a dead person? What is that?
You know what, honestly, if I had to give it one word, because I was thinking about this before I came out here, the word would be love. It really, not to sound corny, it's really about love. If you have somebody that's crossed over, you want to know that they're okay, they come through and the feeling is love. My job is to be able to validate that.
Yeah. Well, what if it's not love? What if you're dealing with somebody who,
Phenomenal question. A lot of times the information that's coming through is to help people work through a situation that they had a problem with while they were here, and it acts as a blockage in the person's life. And so therefore they will take the opportunity to try to come through and bring that up.
Well, I think that this is terrific. Again, congratulations on your 25th year. You are
Thank you.
the most world-renowned psychic medium.
I have to say that my wife and I are huge fans. I know that you're a fan of Wonder Woman and the WW, and my wife's cousin is a very famous artist. His name is Joe Mad, and he made something for you. And if I wanted to show you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, John. Oh, Mrs. Edward. Oh, Joe. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Thank you so much. Everybody, pick up John's latest book, Infinite Quest. It's in bookstores today. Stay tuned. Up next, Charo is going to perform her song, Sexy, Sexy.